Yes, you're probably wondering why I'm wearing a stethoscope and probably why I'm in a blue dark top. It's called a scrub. And this is just to let you know that your dreams are valid from wherever you are, whether you come from a poor background, rich, whatever, you're struggling with life. This is an indication that anything is possible. So, guys, I am excited to share with you that I have been accepted into an RN program, a registered program. This is nursing school. It's possible. This is a stethoscope. You must have this as a nursing student. Take your heartbeat, whatever, breathing for anybody, even someone at your house. Even my son took this and he loved the color. Okay, so I'm red contrast with my top. I thought we were wearing green, but since we're wearing a dark one, I want something bright. So we did it. You did it. And the reason as to why I'm saying we did it is because I want to share this story so that it inspires you to get into something like this. Whether it's nursing, whether it's tech, whether it's engineering, whether it's washing, I don't know, laundry, or any career or anything that you've ever wanted to be in. I'm here to encourage you that it's doable, it's possible. I'm doing it. You can do it. How did I get into nursing school? The first time, in fact, the first time, and it's not the only school, several schools that I got selected. And why not share with you my journey? So in this video, I'm going to share with you the points for the 2 or 3 schools, which points will set you differently from other people. And this video is also for the diaspora people. If you're here in the diaspora, since I'm here in the US, and you want to do nursing, please just comment, just send me a comment in the description box below and ask me, Lucy, help me. Lucy, how can I do it? I can even tell you how you can do prerequisites within 1 year of school. 1 year prerequisites. People are going to other states, which is fine, but you can actually do it within 1 year, if especially if you don't have a child, if you don't have people to take care of back home, if you're solo here, you're young, you can do this within 1 year and get into your RN program then the following year. Okay, so I did it with one, I think about and a half years for prerequisite, because I was working. I have a child, in fact, a toddler, like a baby, when I was starting this journey. And now my son is 3 years old. So how did I get here? It's possible. And also I have a supporting partner, so husband. So if you don't have all these things um, that are going to lag you, push you behind because of time and commitments, you can do this prerequisite within 1 year and then get into an RN program. And I'll tell you why my school is the best to go to. This video is not sponsored by them. Okay, so how did I get into? Usual, get your prerequisite right. You do not have to be an A student. Trust me, I got my A's, but I got my biology, the biology 260, the last one. I failed miserably to just to get the pass mark, honestly. And my friend can tell you that class, we struggled. Bio 260, it was the last class. And I got like this point, just this much to get like on the borderline, on the edge of repeating the whole class again. But you know what? I had passed in the other classes. And I'm just telling you that you don't have to get like a 4.0 GPA or an A of 90% or 100% all the time. No, you do not have. Most schools, in fact, in Washington State, I'll speak for Washington State because I don't know about other states. Wherever you're watching me from, Nigeria, Kenya, if you can get here, or if you can start your nursing from wherever you are to get your green card, well and good. But for the people here in the diaspora, here in the US, this is majorly for you. It's doable, it's possible. So I will go to my first school. They have, I had to print out different forms, like for my school, for Shoreline, to compare the points that have a difference. Yes, they check your grades, and some schools, they focus on the grades rather than other things like other experiences. See, being a CNA for more than 1 year, having your English, like Swahili as a language, or Mexican, wherever you're watching me from, whatever native language you have. For my school, they will give you 10 extra points. Again, if you have any experience, for some schools, my friend is in another school, they focus on your extracurricular activities. Like you write a resume, like a CV saying, I did this for the community, I did that. My school, it does not ask any of that. My school, Shoreline does they ask for that, and they give you like 4 extra points. But I will tell you for sure, my school is Everett Community College. They have, the way they set up their point system is that if you have the most basic stuff, like a good GPA for your sciences, they don't look at all other like courses like English or math. No, they look at the sciences first, and the chemistry. Chemistry is part of the science. So at least if you have a GPA of 3.0 for the overall cumulatively. Remember, you can have an A like for 4.0 for two bios or chemistry, then I get a B for this other one, and then get a C for this other one. So long as the GPA is above 3.0, you will be good. That's for my school. For some schools, I know it's very competitive, and that's why people who are watching me from let's say like down south Washington, the schools are more competitive there because their points form, they want people to get the best grades because each school takes a few students. School up north, they take about 40 students per semester, apart from summer. Some schools down there, they only take 20 to 25 students. So can you see the comparison and the competition that people have down south and up north in Washington state? So even in other schools, I hear California, to get into nursing program is very difficult because the schools are much more concentrated in, I think, north or middle LA counties and around San Francisco or San Diego, somewhere, Sacramento, those areas where the nurses are getting paid so well, and it's getting harder to get into the school. Okay, the second point, I have points here I've written. If you get a 3.0 cumulative, you'll be okay. Of course, aim for higher because people have higher grades. You're competing with high school kids from this country, and they have 4.0s. They've done this biologies and chemistries several times in their school or high school. So you better push your foot forward when you're doing this. Okay, the third one. Okay, I talked about the language. You can do a language test to make sure you get your 10 points extra. This is only given in my school. Other schools, you don't get any extra points for having a language. But Shoreline, they give you, I think, 2 points, but my school gives you 10 points. So you're 10 points ahead of them. And for me, my interview, I did with there's a company my school has contracted. It's called Alta Testing Languages. I did my Swahili test with a guy from Tanzania. His name, I can't remember his name, but he was asking me Tanzania question. Mom, habari yako mzuri. Sasa wakati kuna uhalifu eneo unaloishi, ungependelea kufanya nini? Like they're asking Swahili with like the context from Tanzanian context. So you have to kind of answer it correctly Swahili. So I got my 10 points because I've been raised Swahili, so I know my language, right? So you get 10 extra points. The third thing for the difference between these two schools and other schools in other parts of Washington, and of course maybe other parts of United States. I don't know about other schools. They check you do the PACS test instead of the TEAS test. Here's the thing, more schools, they want TEAS test. But my school and Shoreline, they're the only schools in Washington that, they take the PACS test. So I did my PACS test. Like I practice my PACS test. The first time I did it, I got 83%. I was like, well, it's not that bad. So, but because I wanted to do it so that I can learn whether it's hard or not, and like give myself some more time to do another testing, which I would get maybe 100%. So I first started my PACS test like a semester before I finished my prerequisites, just to gauge where it is. I wish NCLEX would be like that, like you can do the exam before that and then test your ability. And then when the time came to do my during like because I got into for the spring this year, 2023. I did my first PAX test for the fall season. So I did another one this year, January, well, around December, and I got 93% for PAX test, So I increased my points. So I just sent out the correct PAX test result that I wanted the school to use. Okay. So I've also done TEAS test. And I'll tell you the difference between, I think in another video, but majorly the difference is you still have to study for both tests, you still have to study for both tests. I was doing TEAS tests just to expand my opportunities for other schools, just in case if I wasn't picked at my school. And remember, all other schools, they take TEAS tests apart from Shoreline and Everett. So you're watching me, ask me the questions in the comment. You can send me an email also. I can even coach you, I can coach you. I've done this and I know. And I also, when I did the TEAS test, I also passed. So guys, it's possible. Okay, another one, you get the PAX test for Shoreline. Even if you get 100%, you don't get any points. For Everett, you can get maximum 50 out of 50 points. You see, they have a scale on how to make sure you get, when you get the 93, is like you're getting 47 out of 50 points. So that's what I got. And for Shoreline, you get 0. It's like a standard. If everyone passes with 50%, everyone can get into the program. But still, since everyone cannot get into the program, they look at other factors, not only grades. Okay. And then if you have a degree from another school, like in Kenya, whatever you're watching me from, you also get 10 extra points. But I will talk about the extra degree because there's some complexities when you're saying you have another degree from another school. But you can get 10 extra points out of that. And also, if you're a veteran, I'm sure the people who are veterans, they already know this. Wherever they go, they get extra bonuses. And this is like an extra 10%, 10 points. Another thing is an essay. My school requires you to write an essay. Not all schools require you to write an essay. Shoreline does not require you to have an essay. You see the differences? This essay, they just tell you a challenge and it's out of 50. I got 40, I think 48 out of 50. You write about your story. Why do you want to become a nurse? But they focus on like a topic. They will tell you, discuss this. It's not only why you have to, why you have to be a nurse, but when they ask you a question, they expect you to intertwine it to meet the current application. Like you want to become a nurse, you're doing an application for a nursing school. So whatever question they're asking you, they want you to answer the question based on you becoming a nurse in the future. And how they mostly also ask you on how you'll give back to the school or the community, or all those kind of things. So you have to be smart about it. Or this campus and schools, they have resources for helping people write essays, and all that is provided during the English class that you will do as a prerequisite. So just know, story or essay, you don't have to struggle with that. The school can provide people who can help you. They don't write for you, but they will, once you write, they like evaluate your essay and tell you this is where you need to change, this is where you need to change. So guys, anyone who wants to do all this, please come. I will help you. I'll take you through it. I will even coach you. I will support you. Another thing, if you have worked for more than 12 months as a CNA, I think I said that, you can get 12 extra points. Being a CNA, you get 6 points. Being an LPN, you get 6. Being a CNA, you get 4 points, and being an LPN, you get 6 points. But on top of that, if you're CNA, like the certificate shows you've been a CNA for more than 1 year, you get 12 extra points. Less than 1 year, 6 months, you get 6 points. 3 months, you get 2 points. So you must become a CNA to get the points. Okay. Most nursing schools, they'll tell you, do you have a nursing license? Not nursing, and CNA or home health, but they mostly look at CNA so that you can get extra points. You're more competitive with other people. Okay. That's for Everett. For Shoreline, it's pretty much the same, but they do not have extra like 10 points for English. They do not have extra points for essay, They do not have extra points for PAX test, So choose wisely. And the bottom line is, Everett, my school picks more than 40 students, well, around 40 students each semester. It's actually the best nursing school in Washington State. Come here, this you can dispute that, but it's the best nursing school in the Washington State. And you cannot bet on Shoreline, mostly majorly because it is a tight fix. They only pick, I think, 20 students, and they provide 5 more extra spaces, so that's about 25, and another 6 spaces for people who are transitioning from LPN to RN, which is 1 year. Okay, I'll be talking about many more opportunities and how to advance your careers, whichever way you are, whichever place you are. And maybe I should even tell you something. Please watch the next video. I'll also be talking about how you can get your BSN in 8 weeks and your MSN in 12 weeks. People, and this is when you have done your associate degree, like you have an RN in your license, in your name, like an NCLEX RN license in your name. You can do your BSN in 8 weeks. Trust me, I got you. So thank you. I'll be shooting the next video. So please watch the next video, okay? Shout out to everyone. Peace.